Hello, welcome back everyone. So we continue again recreating ticket management system using .NET Blazor server. So there is a summary I have here. This is what we are going to have in this part. So we will integrate the Blazor component library for Blazor, and we will redesign login page. We will use like this login page, and then use Blazor alert. Okay, this is one of a Blazor component. And then we also implement logout. Previously, we only able to do login. And we will have other entities like a ticket and a user category. There is many entity we need to add because before we only add the user, I think, application user. And then we will implement the repository pattern and unit of work. Okay, good. So we back to our code. Okay, so in previous part, if you remember, we register our project into Git repository. And then if you try to reopen again your project and see something like this, and we need to register again, create Git repository, it means our configuration is failed. Because something wrong I tell you before, sorry. So the correct way is we create a new Git repository. And then, yeah, you can select on GitHub or local only. I prefer local only for now. And then in this one, local path, you cannot modify it, but instead you select the project where your ticket management system located. Okay, for me it's this one. So I select the folder and click create. Now it should be fine. Because we can see in here, view all commit. We also add our project here, and this one is correct one. Nice, we close it. And if you don't know where your project located, you can click left click in your solution, and then you will see the path of your project in here. You can just follow. Now we start with integrating our project with Blazor. Open your browser and then search for a Blazor. Okay, this one. Okay, just go on the get started, and then we are not going to use a template, but we will do manual install here. Okay, install package Blazor. Okay, so we can just copy this one and back to our project. And then go to the Nugget package console, select the default project of our UI, and paste it, enter. Okay, good, install it. And sometimes it's not work when we call this one. I think previously I have an issue. So if you having an issue right now, just right click on your manage Nugget package, this one, on your ticket management UI, I mean, and then manage Nugget package. And just search for a Blazor here, should be fine. This one, just install this version, should be same, because when calling this function or command, I will install this. As we see, I already installed. Okay, good. Let's back to the browser, and we need to add a reference in this one. Okay, just copy first. And back to our project. Okay, where is it? Component, pages, not pages, layout, main layout. Okay, let's add here. Or no, sorry. This one, app.razor. Okay, we can add above the head outlet. It's okay. Okay, and next we back again. And we also need to add this one. Let's put under the Blazor web.js. And let's see. Okay, we need to register the service. And this one for now, I only want to add this. I'm not sure if you having this issue also or know about this, but when I try to add the pop over provider, it still not work. Maybe I will show later why not work. So for now, we only add the theme provider. Back to our project. Okay, we add on the, I think the main layout in this one. math theme provider, there is a reference required. Okay, using a math Blazor. Okay, yeah, should be fine. And then on program.cs, okay, too messy. Maybe later we separate this one, but for now, just keep like it is. Builder services add mode service. Okay, there is no reference. Okay, good. Using a mode Blazor.service. And yeah, so the integration is complete now. We can just use our math Blazor template. Maybe we test. We try to add an alert in here. Okay, and a math alert. Where is it? The better. I prefer a field. Okay, just select this one, copy, and back to our project. Okay, close all, and then maybe for testing purpose, I just want to show on my login, and above this one, just see lah. Sim need to add using math Blazor. Okay, so better we add this one to global import. So we don't need to always call this using every time we want to use a math Blazor. On import.blazor, and close it. Okay, nice. Where is it? Oh, this one. Just keep text as it is, and then we try to run. Okay, we go to the login. Nice, we're able to see the alert now. Cool. So the integrate with the math Blazor is complete now. So what thing we do next? Redesign login page. Okay, now we're still using a default login page, and let's redesign it. And then close all also. Okay, now go to login, the treasure. I think what we should have here is okay, we remove this. Okay, this one a default login, and then there is code for the UI. Okay, this one the UI. You can just copy, pause this video, and try to rewrite this code. Basically, this is a Bootstrap component. It's also integrated by default in Blazor. And in here, as you see, we will have an image. You can download the image on the description below. I will put. And then you need to, okay, what is it one? www root, and add a new folder here, name it as assets and image. Okay, correct. And just drag your photo to this one. Okay, good. Nice. You can see here. And now should be fine, and we need to move this one into what? No. Something into this. Okay. Now under assign in with email, I think we don't need the section anymore. Just leave like it is. And then there is CSS we need to add, and instead of directly put the style in here, there is a way we can isolate our CSS. If you know about the isolated CSS, like example, my layout. If you see in here, under main layout.razor, you can see the main layout.razor.css. This is the CSS only available for a main layout.razor. And how to do that? Basically, we just need to create a Razor component, not Razor component sorry, but CSS component. But that's okay. You can select Razor component and then name it exactly same, login.razor.css. Okay, make sure you select the CSS, or that's okay. Select like this. And then we need to delete all of this because we don't need. And yeah, .razor good, not like this lah. CSS. Okay, cool. Now the correct extension is a .css. Okay, we can see it's under login.razor. And what we need to have here? We need to have this one. Ta-dang. Okay, you can copy and paste it for this one. If you have seen my previous video, I'm not really teaching about the UI design thing, so usually I just copy and paste this one, so it's faster for us to develop this application. Just pause this video and paste this one, and then let we see our project now. Just start it. Okay, good, and go to the login. Nice. It's a login, but why we still see this one? Because we don't need a layout for this. If we close this project, and then the default layout for our application is my layout, this one. So if we want to empty layout, we will not want to use this. We need to create another layout. So where is it? Oh, new Razor component. Just set the empty layout. And then remove all, inherit from a layout component base, just body. Okay, by this we can call this empty layout in our login.razor. We can define in here layout. We are using empty layout. Need reference? Okay, but I think it's also need to include on our import.razor. Is needed? Yeah, I think it's needed lah. It's okay. Okay, good. And if we see again now, back to login. Good. Now we're able to see this one, but why this? We forgot to add the Blazor theme provider here. So you can just back to your empty layout, and then yeah, copy this one because we also need this, and paste it here. And yeah, I automatically auto reload. Oh, I forgot to set this one. I need to disable it when save. And you can just hot reload and see the change. If you see your browser now, it's going like this one. Okay, good, cool. Now we have new login page, and I'll close it. We will implement our logout. I think close it all and minimize it one. Okay, let's clean up with. Okay, implement logout is quite simple actually. So we can just go to the pages and create a new Razor component in account. Put logout Razor. And then I just remove all. What we need to have to here is a inject navigation manager nav, and then we need to inject sign in manager. Okay, using Microsoft Identity with the user. I think this one need okay, domain.entity sign in manager. And on the code we override the uninitialized asynchronous here. And what we have here is await sign in manager sign out asynchronous. Okay, this is built-in feature by sign in manager. And after we sign out, we want to navigate to our login. And don't forget to add our root in here, page logout. Okay, logout component is complete. Now we need to put somewhere to call our logout, and I want to put under and then I want to okay, I forgot to add this. Nice. I want to add on our main layout. So when we log into our admin panel, after we log in, we should use this main layout. but for only login page or maybe other page we use later, we will use this one, empty layout. So we'll add our logout button, not button in here, not logout link in here. Ref / logout. Okay, just simple as this one. And then we want this one to be able to see for authenticate user, so we need to have an authorize view. We cannot add the reference. Okay, can. Nice. And then just add this one. We don't need to have a cascading again. If we check here, we already have this one, a cascading authentication state, so we don't need to add cascading authentication state in here again. So if we try to login, okay, open the login page and try to log into our account. I'm using a test@gmail.com. The password need reset 123, yeah. Login. Okay, good. I think it's okay lah if we save. Now we see the logout button here. I think previously I forgot to tell you. Previously we should not able to see logout, or now we authenticate. So if we try to log out, we back to our login page, and if we try to see, nice, we should not able to see the logout button in here. Okay, nice. Now close it all, and what again? Use mod Blazor alert. Okay, yeah, I forgot. In our login, we always show this one, but we not show whenever our login is invalid or no in here. And since we not want to use this one, because we want to also have a X button to close the alert, so we open again the mod Blazor page, and then component alert. Okay, if you see in here, there is no X button to close this alert. But if we scroll down, this one, we can close. Okay, so we want to use this alert instead. But if we see the code in here is quite complex, right? So if you wonder that every time we want to close the alert, we will always call this function. So instead of doing that, so we have shared component, so we can easily call this closable alert instead of using or implementing all the code like this. It's too much. So for now, let's copy this one. Where is copy button? Okay, this one. Close it. We need to have another folder in here in component. Where is it? New folder, shared. Okay, and we have new Razor component named as alert. Okay, good. Just paste the code we copied before from Blazor. But in here, this example we showing to alert, we don't need that. We only need one, so we just remove it. Okay, again, so call alert, we remove it. The default is false, and then we don't need the value in here, I think, for close me. So if close, just close lah. This one we call in here, yeah, this close method. It's too long, maybe we do like this. First the message, we will have new property, string message. It's a parameter. There is no parameter. Oh yeah, with capital P. And then we have to modify this one when calling show alert. So this one should be public because we will use that in another method later, another Razor component, I mean. So we can call this shared alert component from another method just by calling this show success, and then we have another show file later. So success, so leave it true. Okay, maybe we define the message first. message equal to message. Okay, I not define the property parameter string message, and then to this one we need to state has changed to indicate that this property changed, so we need to change this also. Message, okay, this one. And one thing, we also need to change the severity, so we can change the type of alert we want to show. So example successes will be green and the violet or error will be red. So in this case we need another private severity. Okay, so change this one to severity, and then in here severity equal to severity success. Okay, good. And we should have another method for violet, show violet, and this is error. Okay, close it, not close it, enter. And we need to remove this one, we don't need that. And then we change the variant of this math alert to field. I prefer field, not outline field. Okay, should be fine for now. And the login, we need to change this one and refer to alert, not like this, alert. Okay, at the reference, I think we can put this one into import. Okay, so we don't need to use that again. Close it. And then alert, we make a reference to new variable called alert. So here we need to define the alert, private alert. So for the reason we create this one, so we able to call the alert show success from here, not show success, sorry, show violet. And the message should be verify error message. Okay, good. Okay, if we back to alert, and to be able to use this close on click, yeah, this is to close the alert, we need to have an interactive render mode. But because if here we are using sign in manager and it's also using the HTTP context, because of that we don't able to having an interactive render mode in this login. But there is a solution for this. We will have another Razor component to processing this password sign in asynchronous. So whenever we do login, we just navigate to that Razor component. So the new Razor component will call the HTTP context. But in here, we're not using any HTTP context. So by that, we can use the interactive render mode. I hope you understand, but if you're confused, just let's create it. So we have another pages, account, add a Razor component, login processor. Okay, remove it all. Page processor will have a parameter of a username, okay, slash password slash remember me. This should be boolean. And then we will use a layout, empty layout. Okay, good. And then we will inject sign in manager user. Okay, I think this one need to reference. Okay, cool. And then sign in manager, and then we also inject the navigation manager nav. Okay, why this one is error? Okay, no more anymore. Okay, good. Let's clean up a bit. Inject down, this one down, and just add a sample message like this, sign in. Okay, and we have a code, and we need to define all of these property string username, no, with the lowercase username, and add the parameter with capital P. I always forgot. Okay, duplicate it. This one should be password, and this one should be remember me with boolean, and on initialize, override first. On initialize asynchronous, we will call the await sign in manager password asynchronous, and we will put the username, okay, cool, password, and then remember me, and this one logout on filer we will set to false, and then navigate to our home page. No, only like this lah. Why home? Okay, cool. Let me see. Okay, should be fine, yeah. If we back to our login treasure, we don't need the sign in manager anymore. And then if we see in here, okay, we don't need this again. We navigate to, okay, add a string interpolate in here, yeah. Where is it? Okay, dollar processor slash verify. Why not automate? Okay, good. We get the value. This one, it should be username, and then input password. Okay, good. And then input remember. Okay, good. And now we are able to have an interactive render mode in here. Render mode, where is render mode? Interactive server. Okay, cool. Let me test it. Okay, we go to the login. And then, okay, let's put a wrong password. And then login. Nice. So now we're able to see invalid email and password. And if you try to close it, should be closed. Good. Okay, we can close it now. And also close it all. And minimize it. And we should put our entities under domain, or we already have folder for entities. Well, and we just need to add other entities. Yeah, correct. Okay, I add new class, category, and for faster, I think we can copy and paste this one. I will explain to you, so you can pause the video and I copy this one. Okay, like this. Public class category, we have a two column, yeah, category ID and column name. Okay, it's simple. And the other is a class attachment, not with S, attachment. And then you do like this one. Okay, we need to have this. Oh, we don't need to .NET sockets. And yeah, with attachment ID, this is basically for attachment when we raise our ticket, or when there is a discussion, we can attach our file. So we store our file name, server file name, file size, and in here we define our foreign key to this ticket table and discussion table. So ticket and discussion able have attachment, but currently we not define yet. So let we define this one. Class discussion. Okay, I copy and paste it here. Okay, you should able see why there is a dead not socket. Okay, and also this is for discussion. So each ticket will be able to have a multiple discussion. This is like a comment, or so. Yeah, basically a comment lah. So discussion ID, what the message, when this is created, and who the user at the discussion. And yeah, for discussion we also able to attach the attachment, and it should be reference to ticket. One ticket able have a multiple discussion, and let's we have a ticket, class ticket. Okay, copy and paste it. Okay, you can see here. Okay, you maybe pause and type this one, and then I scroll down again. Okay, and you see this is our main column to store the ticket information. Oh, but you can see many things happening here. ticket ID, the summary, this is the title of ticket, the description, when this ticket is raised, and when we expected this ticket to be closed, and we will able to assign to someone, so we can assign other user to working on this ticket, and then this one is raised by, this ticket is raised by who, and then we have another product ID, or this is a project, yeah, and then also category, there is a several category we can add to our project, and then we also have a priority, so we can have multiple priority is configurable from database. We will have a table for this later, and the status of our ticket, and also the attachment. So we need to have a product, yeah, product and priority. So let's have it. Product basically simple like this. Okay, no need to explain, I think. And a priority. Okay, priority. For this one, we have another expected days. So in example, the user raise a ticket and select the priority of low. Example, yeah, the priority name is low, and the expected days is like a 8 day. So when the user raise a ticket with this priority, on our ticket, expected that will automatically counted plus 8 day, yeah, we define in here. Example today, and what 8 day after today. So it's automatically based on this configuration. And we can just close it all, and then yeah, minimize it, and we go to the infrastructure, data, DB context, and we need to add I need to open this again. Okay, we need to add all of this to be able to migrate to our database. Okay, good, it's faster. Yeah, basically like this, we call all of this one. Okay, all should be included except the user, yeah, because we already using identity DB context, so we don't need that anymore. And then there is a thing I need to add in here on model creating, and we need to have this one. Why we have this one? Because the ticket is referenced with the user, so user can have multiple ticket, but if the user deleted, we will not delete our ticket that exists in database. Okay, and this is for this one, and for this one ticket can have a multiple discussion, but if the ticket is deleted, I don't want to delete our discussion. Maybe if I want to delete discussion, I will create another service for that, but for this I don't want to do that, so that's why we use this all. And I think we should able to create a migration right now. So we can package manager console, and then make sure your startup project this one, and then you select this for infrastructure, and add migration, add other entity, enter. Okay, good, now already add overall, yeah. Yeah, should be fine. And we will synchronize with our database with update database. Okay, good. Now we should able to see all of the table into our database. You can verify. And if I open my database, ticket management DB, tables, and yeah, I able to see the other table we create. Okay, good. This complete. And we will have a repository for this one. So close it all. I hope you are already familiar with a repository pattern. If not, then essentially repository pattern is like for separating our layer to do the data access logic. So an example in here, we have a service. The service is for separating all the function for business logic in service. So we do any business logic in this layer only. And for repository, we do data access logic. So anything related to data access logic, we will do on repository. And usually, each of these entities have their own repository to like getting the database, and then insert or modify or delete data from database. And for repository, usually we have a function that will be called a repeat. An example like get all data from the table, like, or inserting the data, editing data, and all the generic thing we always do in every repository. Instead of do that in every repository in this, We can have also one repository. We name it as a generic repository. So this generic repository will able to do all the generic thing on repository. But we also have custom repository for each entity. So in example, we maybe have a function to join a table discussion and ticket. That is not generic, right? That is the specific function. So we'll create that function in a specific repository. But if like a get all data from ticket, get all data from a discussion, it's a generic. So we will do that on generic repository. Okay, no talk, and let's we start create this one. Let's start with adding in domain a new folder. Okay, add repository, and we will have generic repository. Okay, remove all. And this should be a public interface with a generic class. Okay, where T is a class. And then we will have this all function here. Copy and paste it. Okay, this all is generic things we do in database. Okay, and we also need to have a unit of work. Unit of work, maybe we set interface. Okay, unit of work interface. Okay, public, and this should be disposable, and we will have this function here. Okay, interface is done. Then we will need to have the actual implementation in our infrastructure. Repository, and having a class generic repository. Okay, good. Move it. Public class generic repository, and implement generic with generic repository. This should be T, and this should be also generic. We need to define like this. Same where T is class. And we try to implement all the function here. Okay, let's make it fast. Hey, voila, you can see now. Okay, and this is all the implementation of generic things we do. If you not know about this T, it's actually a represent of our entity letter. Actually represent of class, but we will insert our entity in here. In example, we want to get use this generic repository for a category. So later we will define like a generic repository with in category, something like this one, and then we call the function. Okay, maybe later it's more clear when we implement this one. So for now, let we just create it. Okay, and also we need to have unit of work. Unit of work. Okay, for faster, we can copy and paste in here. Okay, nice. Now this is all the implementation. Okay, we inject our identity DB context again. And if you want to implement only repository, actually we already complete when we complete the generic repository. But we also implement unit of work. Yeah. Okay, right now we will not able to see the benefit for the unit of work because we only have one generic repository. But later we will have multiple repository, multiple custom repository for our ticket, product, or other. And then we will put in here also in unit of work. So the benefit when using this one is whenever we want to call a repository, any repository, instead of injecting multiple repository anywhere we want to call that, we can just inject one thing, unit of work. And unit of work will contain all the repository we want to use. So we don't need to inject multiple repository. Yeah? That is the benefit of using a unit of work. Okay, until now I think it's clear, but if not clear, you can also asking in the comment. And yeah, for now all the thing is done, correct? So we save all. Okay, close it, and we make a checkpoint here. Make it a part 2. What the name? Yeah? I think I don't have specific title, so just a part 2. Okay, good. We commit all. Okay, this all needs to save and commit. And good, we complete all. Let's take rest and continue another part after this.